Hey people, it's Kelly at Print Pray Slay, and I'm here with a new kit called Visual Snow. I'm going to get into the meaning of it after I cut everything up and start putting it inside of my faith planner. Actually, it's a prayer journal by Happy Planner. So I'm going to cut it all up and put it in here, and I'll be explaining this kit very soon. So stay tuned. Okay, so the kit is all cut out. And I mean, I didn't show y'all me fussy cutting, and that's because I did it in a very comfortable spot in my family room with the pups. But I was able to get it all done and lay out everything. So here's me showing you everything that is included in the kit. So we have journaling boxes. Of course, we have dolls in various type of shades and styles. So we have the girl holding her eyes closed. Everybody's eyes are kind of like hidden. Which brings me to the type of kit it is. It's called Visual Snow, and the theme of this kit is from Visual Snow Syndrome, which I just happened to research. I promise you, I've never heard of it before. I started researching based on the images of this kit. So we haven't gotten snow yet, but visual snow is a syndrome that blocks the vision of an individual. So if people can remember, take you back to when there were antennas on televisions, and when it did not get a good signal, you would have what's called like snow on the television, like a staticky type of situation. That is what people with visual snow syndrome see. So it really blocks a clear view of what is in front of them and what a person without that syndrome is able to clearly see. I did take that and apply it to the kit in the sense that there are things in life that prevent us from having a clear view of God's vision. All right. So this is basically a disturbance. Okay. So having visual snow syndrome is a disturbance in the view that you are supposed to have. But because things are going on in life, you don't have clear view of what God has for you, or the vision God has for you, the plans God has for you, or anything that you are supposed to be doing. And so this kit has about 5 key points that lay out with scripture what could be blocking and preventing a person from having a clear view of the vision that God has for them. So people are like, oh, I would like to hear from God. In order to do that, you do have to have that relationship with Him in order to know that it's God. All right. Now, God can do whatever. Like, there is no limit on God. So if you don't have a relationship with Him, I'm not saying that He cannot reach you. All I'm saying is that if you have that relationship with Him, it does make it easier to know that that is Him that is giving you that message. So in the kit, there is word art. So that word heart, the word art, the word art that you see there says fight static. So, fight what's blocking your vision. Like, whatever is keeping you from it, fight back. Like, when I get into the 5 things, you'll know clearly what you should be, taking on in order to have a clearer view. The other word art sticker says that God has a vision. So one, know that, know that God has a plan for you. He has a will for your life. You can't reach a goal if you don't even know that there is one. And so let's get into like what the 5 points are. But those 2 word arts are what is going to go on that first page, and then the second page will have the 5 points for the scripture. I do have some word Betty here that has like lacking movement, does not grow, and little inner change. Okay, those are like the symptoms, okay, of having visual snow syndrome, but spiritually. All right, and I do want to point out that this is a 2 spread type of deal we got going on with this kit, because it was a lot in here and I did not want to miss out on using anything. And although this is in my prayer journal, I do plan on using this kit to to write down the actual message in the kit. So I'm going to use it a little bit for my prayers, of course, since it's in my prayer journal, but I don't want to just use the images and add my prayers to it. I really want to write down notes that I have from the scripture. The other word art is saying clear vision. Visuals no disturbs my vision. And then I have different little points that can keep you from having this clear view, which is being too busy. All right. There are definitely times in our lives where we just pack our time full of a whole bunch of stuff, and then we act like we don't have time for God or study or anything. Comparing our lives to others, I think that's self-explanatory. Like, there is no need to do that, and yet we are very, very guilty of doing that. Many of us are. And discouragement, saying we can't do it. Pure laziness. Okay, just not doing, like, you are capable, but just not moving, not being able, not doing what you can do. Those are going to go on the second spread. If you haven't seen yet, I am using gelatos. That is adding like the color to the page, because I didn't want it to just be white. I have nice blues and greens in here, so I wanted to, share them. Okay, so Proverbs 14:23 is talking about careless talk. So that is when we go through and we do, we say what we want to say. Work brings profit, but mere talk leads to poverty. Okay, don't go around gossiping. Talk with a purpose. Talk with something, like as if you have something real to say. Don't just let words fly out of your mouth. They can be hurtful. All right, they can keep you from the things that God has for you. Shallow prayers, Matthew 26:41. Pray with a purpose, okay? And don't pray to be boastful and to show people that you know how, or that you have the greatest and the longest prayers. Number 3, bad company, which is 1 Corinthians 15:33. I'm going to turn to that. And that is saying, don't be fooled by those who say such things, for bad company corrupts good character. All right. Be careful of the people that you are hanging around with. Like, everybody is not for you. Use your discernment. Pray about those who are using your time, who is taking up the time that you have. Hosea 4:6 is ignorance. My people are being destroyed because they don't know me. Okay, so get up in that word, get to know who God is, get to know the things that are considered bad, that he wants you to be, away from. Anything that is going to draw you closer to him, he wants you to be near and dear to that. The people that are for you, he wants you to be near and dear to them. So ignorance is not bliss in this situation. Get to know what is going on in the word. Pay attention, read, study, connect yourself with those who have the same goals spiritually as you. And then 1 John is talking about sinful ways. So 1 John 1:6, and it says, so we are lying if we say we have fellowship with God, but go on living in spiritual darkness. We are not participating in the truth. Okay, so does our lifestyle and our ways duplicate the ways that God has for us, so that we can have that clear vision? If not, there's always a chance to change that. So I'm going to write down those scriptures. I'm going to study them. I'm going to research them some more. I'm going to make my notes in the pages that I have created here, the 2 spreads. I'm going to write my prayers based on what I learned. And you see that I had a lot, even though I did 2 spreads, y'all, I still had some of the kit left over. And so I put that in my pocket Bible, which I use for my prayers. And if you've been keeping up with my channel, you'll see that there are plenty of videos here on YouTube that share, like I share my prayer Bible, which is what I'm calling it, but it is a pocket Bible, but I'm putting my prayers in it. And you'll see how I'm using that. I'm using that to pray for others. I am using that to grow myself spiritually, and it's been a blessing. That little Bible is something else. All right, so here is how I'm putting 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the kit. There, by all means, you don't need to stop at 5. I just put 5 here so I can make sure people at least hit these 5 scriptures so that they can, that you can study them. Okay, I don't want to leave you with just a topic and say, go find everything. These are the scriptures that I have in the kit, and hopefully are the ones that, will guide you and lead you to a greater understanding of what spiritual visual snow is. I think I just made that up. Spiritual visual snow. But it is a actual syndrome that people suffer from. It is quite unique. It is not something that is common that a lot of people have. But I do pray that those with visual snow syndrome are healed and are able to have some kind of relief, even though it is a really, really bad disease. Like, it's not something that anybody wants to just have upon them. But this is how I have used the kit. I did have a bit of those journaling boxes left over. Well, I know, actually, I think I just have one. Like, when I use this kit, I really, really use this kit. I do like the little scene that I have that has visual snow on top of the door frame and everything, the little cluster. So I felt like I had good use of that. I thought it might have ended up being a tip-in, but no, I did use it as a sticker. It did take up quite a bit of space, and I did print this at 100%. So what you see is what you get if you print it at 100%. So, that give you some perspective of, where you can put it. And this is a classic size faith planner, Happy Notes, that I'm using for my prayer journal. I'm hoping that I put enough space for my 5 points. If not, there is that second spread that I will roll over into, but I'm thinking that I will have enough space, to be honest. But this is, if you see that I have been putting stuff down and then pulling it back up, that's because I'm using repositionable sticker paper that I really, really love. Like, it didn't lie. Like, it actually, I can stick it down as many times as I want and pull it back up. Eventually, I will have to use glue. Like, that has happened with my collages. I use what is it called? A glue stick, just in case that happens. And this is the second spread that I was telling you about that has like the little notes. I am putting the word art at the bottom of some of the frames where I intend to write about each of those. And again, it is just simply saying being too busy, comparing lives, discouragement, and laziness. Laziness might be a little challenging for me. It might hit home a little bit more of all of these. Laziness and being too busy. I don't tend to do much of the other two anymore. I'm not going to sit here and act like I ain't never compare my life to somebody or discourage myself from being who God intends me to be. But I might need more room on that laziness thing and being too busy. The faux washi, I did use about half of it. I didn't use a lot of it. It's called faux washi because it's a washi strip, but it's definitely printed on paper. So I coupled it with my real washi tape of Doves, and I thought that turned out, I think it turned out really nice. I did have to go, like you see me going through and cutting it a little bit. It is white washi tape, but it wasn't actually as clear as I wanted it to be. But you can still see the paper, the faux washi within it. But you can't, but I can because I'm sitting here with my planner. But I hope you all like the video. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any comments about the study. What did you gain from it? It is in the shop. This kit was released in the beginning of January, so it is already available. And don't forget to use a PR team members code because you could save 15% on this particular kit. The link is in the description of the video. I look forward to seeing you all's comments. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you guys putting in the time and the comments that I see. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate you. All right. Bye.